It's the book of 2nd Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will began to visit the world which he made. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ka Haloi Blah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule well, being a great example to the younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord, witness an edifying lesson. And we're going to get into it. And it's another edition of Measured Out of Time Diligent. We're going to get into it. So, like it.
So at this point, they believe it's just a coincidence that these two fish washed up on shore during the same month. But they do want everybody to remember, if you come across something like this, to please reach out to lifeguards.
Local scientists are releasing more information about a rare fish recently seen at Black's Beach.
Researchers say this type of fish usually lives thousands of feet deep in the Pacific Ocean, and they don't know how or why this one ended up on our shore.
This is the stuff of nightmares, some would say, but take a look. A rare fish out there. Look at that. It is usually found 2,000 feet beneath the sea where sunlight doesn't penetrate.
And this the fish we call the light bulb fish. That little thing on the top of his head, I think it's like a light. You know, the little light that's hanging on the top of his head. Y'all know that fish off SpongeBob, man. You know.
Weird-looking deep-sea fish has popped up along San Diego beach in the last 3 weeks. Lifeguards in Encinitas discovering this Pacific football fish on the beach last Friday. The unusual discoveries are giving Scripps researchers a better understanding of our...
And those two fish are fish that's in the abyss. They ain't around the coral reefs. They in the deep, deep depths of the sea, and they popping up on shores, man. So ain't no telling what the devil doing, man. You know, those fish are so deep to where it ain't no light down there, man. You know, like Esau, you know, ain't no telling what this nigga doing. He fucking up the whole earth, man.
According to Frabel, in a timely coincidence, 2 weeks earlier, an even rarer find washed up on Torrey Pine State Beach, a Pacific football fish, better known as a deep-sea angler.
Believe it or not, this is the second football fish to show up on a San Diego beach in 2 months. A beachgoer took this picture at Black's last month, and in early December, a deep-sea lancetfish was found in La Jolla. So why are these creatures from the deep washing up on our shores?
That's a question that I wish I knew the answer to as well. I can say this probably is not related to any sort of freak event.
It's been described as the worst blow to wildlife in Israel's history. The World Organization for Animal Health has warned of an increase in outbreaks, with avian flu hitting more than 40 countries in the past 6 months.
What is still mysterious about this particular spread?
At first, about 2 weeks ago when they discovered the disease, about 50 to 100 dead cranes were identified here. Within a few days the numbers reached thousands, and today there are about 5,000 to 6,000.
A health expert says that this figure is unprecedented. 39 other countries are reporting bird flu outbreaks. They're culling thousands of birds to stop the flu from spreading. Some studies have also emerged. They say that the bird flu is becoming more lethal. It is worsening every year. What explains this?
The scope of the current
This the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1, Salakia. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out in blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall their land mourn, and every one that dwell therein shall languish. With the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, yeah, and the fish also. Salaka, yeah, the fish of the sea also shall be taken away. And that's what's going on, man. The everything is fucking languishing and mourning, man, because the devil is in power, man. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture, man. So we got the understanding of what's going on, man. The Lord say, except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. So we know what's going on. We see it. You know, the Lord has given this truth to our teachers, and they teach us, and He gave us this precious gift of faith to believe in these things, and we're in a beautiful position, man. And we gotta cherish it. You know, everybody else and bamboozled, wondering what's going on, but we see it and we know, and we have the full understanding of what's going on, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It's not of ourselves, man.
Like in Israel is massive, and we see that it's not stopping in the wild animals.
While mass infections are an annual occurrence, and the transmission of the H5N1 variant only rarely spreads to humans, scientists are researching why this year's outbreak has been so severe in certain areas.
Doctor, the virus has made the jump from wildlife, from these migratory animals and cranes, to stock animals, things like chickens and turkeys that are now being culled. Could it again?
And at the end of the day, Esau is releasing shit, man. This the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, representing the Edomites and their power, them ruling the earth. That's the Esau Edom is that red horse. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And this nigga got the power to create, Lord, and they endeaved him with the knowledge and power to create diseases, to create weapons, brother weapons, satellites, airplanes, jets, submarines, missiles, bombs, guns, knives, swords, you know. This nigga is the devil, man, that the Bible speak of, and he's destroying the earth, man.
Make the jump to humans?
Bird flu has become an annual phenomenon, but this time scientists say something's different.
Let me get this one. This the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 5. They know not, neither. Let me start at one. This the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 1, a psalm of Asaph. And Yahweh standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Salih. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hands of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. And that's what's going on. The foundations of the earth is out of course, man. 1 minute is 70 degrees. The next minute is 35. In places where it's supposed to be warm and hot. The temperature change in 1 minute is cold. The next minute it's raining and hot as hell, muggy. You know, hurricanes and tornadoes in places where they usually don't hit, and earthquakes and hailstorms and all kind of stuff going on, man. Wildfires. The earth is out of course, man. Animals where they don't supposed to fucking be. Deep sea animals popping up on the beach. You know, Esau is doing a whole bunch of wickedness in the earth, man, and he fucking shit up. And the Lord told us that's how it was gonna be in the end, man.
In other news, the UK Health Security Agency has confirmed someone in Britain has contracted the H5 bird flu. The agency says the unidentified person tested positive after coming into close contact with infected birds.
This the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 49. And I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, the sword, and pestilence. The bird flu is a pestilence, to waste the houses with destruction and death. And the Lord sending all these plagues and pestilence in the earth through Esau Edom at the moment, but eventually he gonna put his hands in it, and ain't nobody gonna be able to explain what the fuck going on. You know, these are the times we living in. We living in great, horrible times, man. Never heard of that. Great, horrible times, man.
The first human case of a H5 type bird flu.
Something very freaky lurking in the depths off the California.
Let me grab this. This Revelation chapter 11, Salaki, in verse 18, it reads, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, representing the Israelites, the elect of the nation of Israel, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great," and that's only Israel. The elect of Israel is the only ones who gonna fear the Lord's name. That's small and great. That shouldest destroy them which destroy, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And who destroyed the earth? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You know, he was given control of the earth and he destroyed it while he was placed in rulership of it. When the power was given unto him, when the Lord returned and the earth in his hand, he gonna see all the wickedness and evil that's here. That's why the Lord say he gonna, when this man's sins have reached unto the heaven, the Lord gonna come back and fuck this place up, man. You know, this place is ripe for destruction, man. You know, this place is ready. It's ready to be destroyed.
Coast. This bizarre-looking fish called a barrel eye can see through its own forehead. Researchers are brought on board a deep-sea vessel, captured the rare sighting on video.
The eyes being inside of it are a big part of why it's translucent, but exactly why it's situated like that, I can't say exactly.
And it's not.
Yeah, because the works of the Lord are not for you devils to explain, man. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 43 and verse 32. "There are yet hid greater things than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works." Call Lord and how about Shem Yahushua.
So, given how rare this is,
You can see right into his skull there, basically. Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute capturing this video earlier this month while on an expedition with the aquarium for a future exhibit. The fish has, you can see there, a transparent head and those tubular eyes. This video captured earlier this month nearly a half mile down below along the Monterey Bay Canyon. The Research Institute, by the way, first got video of this fish back in 2004.
People ask me all the time, after flying ROVs for over 30 years, what's the coolest thing you've ever seen? And they ask about sharks and stuff. What's the coolest thing you've ever seen? And I usually say the barrel eye, because it is just the most bizarre thing out there, and it gets a lot of attention when we see it. When you run across something that's so rare and rarely seen like these are, and get a chance to take the time to slow down and really get some beautiful video of them.
Barrel-eyed fish, by the way, can be found in the Pacific from Baja, California, all the way to Japan. This is a testament of how deep sea and its inhabitants remains a mystery. Of how
And that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule whip, and great example to the young brothers in the truth. And peace and blessings of the hopeful lick. Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, and Abba Shalom.